This is Michael with Michelangelo's Plumbing. It is August 19th, 2022. We're at 1136 Tower Road, Beverly Hills, California, 90210. And we're performing a video waste line and sewer line inspection from the 4-inch ABS plastic waste line clean out on the left rear corner of the house, or left hand side of the house. It's like the middle of the house. There's a large clean out. There's a large access, crawl space access, and there's a clean out in the crawl space access. And we're going to zero out our camera monitor right at the opening. And we're going to begin running our camera through. We're told that there was some bad pipe up underneath the house. I don't know if some of the piping has been replaced. We've got a lot of film on the camera lens. I'm going to try and run some water through here, so we're going to pause for one moment. Okay, so we're going to continue running out and running through some ABS plastic joints. We were told that there was some piping under the house that was bad and was cracked, and it was leaking under the house pretty badly. So we're going to run through all the ABS, and then we're going to try and locate, if there is cast iron, where the cast iron begins, where the issues are. Got a little belly in the ABS plastic. It's holding back a little tiny bit of water, not terrible. Running downhill now, we got good grade. I believe we're running out toward the front of the house, but we'll find out when we locate. Got another belly in the line. We're holding back some water. It's either a belly or we may have a problem in here. Looks almost like we're transitioning to vitreous clay, but we're still holding water. Can't really see much, and we're kind of in darkness right now. We don't know if we're full of water or exactly what's going on. Might have so much debris in the line. Okay, and we just came out of it. We're going to pull back. We just got a whole lot of something all over the camera lens. We're in cast iron. We're going to pull back a little ways. Continue pulling back. Looks like we're in cast iron right now, so we're going to continue pulling back. And we're going to move the camera back and forth fairly briskly, see if we can get debris off the camera lens. We're going to try and push out some more. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we flushed the line and we are in cast iron pipe and fittings. We're going to continue to run out. And the cast iron is in pretty poor condition. A lot of buildup, a lot of scaling, a lot of corrosion. And the cast iron's probably original. As I said, it's in pretty poor condition. A lot of rutting, and the cast iron has ruts at the bottom. And we're coming up to a fitting now. We're coming up to ABS plastic right here at 91 feet. We're going to go ahead and run in some more. And there may be a clean out in that area. We can't tell for sure. About 92 feet. We're going to keep running out. Coming up to another joint. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. That looks like a trenchless pipe. It looks like the ends are rolled. More than likely it was a trenchless sewer line that was pulled. I'm going to continue to run out. Another joint we're coming up on. That's hard to tell. It looks like the ends might be ABS plastic right here, because they don't appear to be rolled. Coming up on another joint, and we're making a drop. And making another turn and a drop. Heading out. It looks like we have some root intrusion right in front of us. We're going to keep going out a little bit more. It might be kind of hard with all the turns. We're going to pause for a moment. That looks like possibly vitreous clay. We're going to try and locate this area real quick. Okay, this is our transition. We're ABS plastic. We're going to pull back just a little bit right here. That's the ABS plastic to vitreous clay transition right at the curb area. There is a 4-inch ABS plastic clean out. Now we're going to run out and take a look at the rest of the line going out to the city sewer. Got quite a bit of roots hanging down in the first joint, again in the second joint. Can't really tell exactly what the fittings look like. A little offset in that joint. I think we're coming up on the city sewer. We're almost there. We got some more roots. I'm gonna pause. See them on. Okay, we appear to be in the city sewer, and I believe it's been lined. It is white. More than likely, that's a CIPP cured in place piping liner. It's a sewer liner. We're going to just pull back very gently. Try and see if we get back to the saddle area, which is the homeowner's responsibility. That's the city sewer, and it has been lined. That's the CIPP liner. So we're going to pull back just a little bit more, and we will be coming back to, you can see the water running now down below us, and this is the saddle area. That's the city sewer saddle. It's got a little crack you can see up toward the 12 o'clock area, 12:30 area. There is a crack in the saddle. Not terrible, but you do have a crack. We're going to pull back some more. Maybe we get a better shot of the saddle. And we got another big crack. We got a couple cracks in the saddle area. So we're going to continue to pull back. There's some pretty good sized cracks and a very, very large offset. You can actually see there's the entire face of the pipe, and then you can see the gravel that is below it, and there's a very large crack in about the 6 o'clock area, about the 7 o'clock area, the face of the piping. So that saddle is in pretty poor condition. That's out in the street. So we're going to continue to pull back now. We're at about 127 feet. We're pulling back. Yeah, that saddle is pretty well broken. You can see right at about the 3 o'clock area where it's much, much thicker and part of it's missing. So we're going to continue to pull back. We've got some large root intrusion in that saddle as well. So we're pulling back. And we have some root intrusion in the next joint. See all the roots stuck to the sides of the pipe. Going to continue pulling back to the next joint. We have more root intrusion, quite a bit of root intrusion here in this next joint. A little bit of an offset, not terrible. Going to continue to pull back, and we got some more root intrusion in the line. Much thicker root intrusion. You can't really see the joints completely. I think the joint's right up underneath all that root intrusion. Much heavier root intrusion, as I said. Then the next joint. Next joint has some root intrusion on the left-hand side at about the 9 o'clock area. And all around the top, just hanging down. We're pulling back, and we have some more root intrusion above us. I don't know, must be a crack in the pipe or possibly just growing along the top of the pipe from the other joints. And this is the 4 to 6 inch transition right here. And then we're transitioning back to ABS plastic, as I had said. So that's the lateral. And the lateral's in pretty poor condition. Now we transition back to ABS plastic. Coming back toward the other clean out by where the trash cans are kept. We're going to continue to pull back. A little offset in that joint, not terrible in the ABS. Could have been shifted in the coupling a little bit, but no root intrusion, no major break or anything there. So we're pulling back, we're coming uphill now, and then we should flatten out. And then we're going to come back to transition. I believe we're transitioning back to cast iron, but we may have a section of vitreous clay in here. We will see. It's kind of hard to see on the way out. We had to run a lot of water. Now we're at approximately 107 feet, and we're still in ABS plastic piping. We're pulling back toward our clean out that is on the left hand side of the house as you're facing the house from the street in the crawl space area. And those fittings appear to be rolled, so more than likely that is a trenchless pipe, but it can be deceiving sometimes, hard to tell. We'll blow that up on our laptop at the office and take a good look at it. But it is, regardless, it is a plastic piping, whether it's poly or whether it's ABS plastic. We're going to continue to pull back. And we're going to stop here. We're going to push out just about 6 inches right there. And that's our transition from cast iron to ABS plastic. We're going to locate this area. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've located this area, and we are about 3 feet behind the clean out that is over by the trash can area. Then we transition to vitreous clay. We're going to continue pulling back now. That's our cast iron. So we're at about 91 feet. So we're going to continue to pull back now. We're going to see exactly where the cast iron goes. and where it makes a turn back up under the house. I'm going to keep going another 4 feet, 5 feet, and we're going to pause and locate this area right at about 75 feet. We're going to pause right there, locate this area. Okay, we are at approximately 3 foot 7 inches deep, right about the middle of the garage on the right hand side, in line with the small door that leads into the house. So we're going to continue to pull back now. Now we're going under water right here. We got a big old hole in the piping. A large hole at the bottom of the pipe. Push in a little bit. Be careful, don't go too far. You kind of jumped over it. It's a large hole. I got a large hole in the cast iron piping. We're going to continue to pull back. That's under the garage floor. Now we're pulling back. We'll be making a turn. And we're up underneath the house. And it looks like we might have some deterioration of the pipe right there off to the left too. Difficult to say. But I'm sure that the cast iron appears to be in pretty poor condition. We're going to continue to pull back. We have some rutting at the bottom of the pipe, some corrosion. We're going to continue to pull back. Now we're pulling back toward our clean out that is on the left hand side of the house in the crawl space, and the cast iron just has a lot of buildup. I think hydrojetting and maybe running a picote tool would probably put some holes through the piping. Probably original piping from what we can see. As you can see, there's bugs. There's some bugs. Go out just a little bit. Where you have these bugs crawling on the sides of the pipe a little bit, that's generally an indication that they're getting through from the soil. They're getting into the pipe. Going to continue to pull back. And now we're transitioning right here from cast iron to ABS plastic, and we're 52 feet out right now. We're going to continue to pull back. So that's up underneath the house. More than likely we had got a little separation right there in between the two pieces of pipe, and that's probably just a coupling that was not put together real well. We get certain types of couplings And it could be that they didn't push it together tight even in an ABS coupling when they glued it. And this is all ABS plastic pipe and fittings. We're going to continue to pull back all the way to our 4-inch ABS plastic waistline cleanout that is in the crawl space. All those joints appear to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Pulling back toward our cleanout. We're about 4 feet from the end of our waistline cleanout. And pulling up and out of our cleanout, and that will conclude our video waistline and sewer line inspection. Thank you.